माननीय सभासद, माननीय सभापति जी,
Leader of the House, Sri Tawarchand Gehlot ji, Leader of the Opposition, Sri Ghulam Nabi Azad ji, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Sri Prahlad Joshi ji, Deputy Chairman Harivamsa ji, leaders of various parties and groups in the House. I could sense the enthusiasm on the part of all sections of the House to further move on with this important session, with the Honorable President presenting the vision of the government to members of both the Houses and government, presenting the general budget for the next financial year, which focus on post-COVID recovery and health. I would like to share with all of you an important landmark that our country has just crossed. It relates to completion of 100 years of representative democracy in our country, with the first direct elections to the imperial and provincial legislative councils held during the winter of 1920, further to the Government of India Act 1919. Democracy is all about participation of people in the management of public affairs and policy making through their elected representatives. The occasion of being a 100-year-old modern representative democracy calls for serious reflection on the state of democracy and the functioning of the legislature in our country. In this connection, my appeal to all of you is that try to make the session more purposeful, and then the issues that can be discussed, they can be discussed threadbare in a peaceful, orderly, dignified manner. Last time some unfortunate incidents happened. I don't want to recall them, but it's all binding on all of us to see that the House runs properly, members follow rules and regulations, maintain discipline and dignity, and also participate in debates in a meaningful manner. I have all along been appealing to members to prevent any such situation which will cause effect to the interest of the Parliament and also the nation. On the landmark occasion of 100 years of representative democracy in our country, I suggest to this august House to resolve to enhance the dignity of the House through proceedings as per the rules and convention of this House. Prolonged discussion of over 20 hours on the motion of thanks to President's address to both the House of and also general budget. It offers ample opportunities to raise and discuss a wide range of issues of public concern to which the government will respond. I am happy to recall the assurance given by leaders of all groups and parties in the meeting held at my residence on Sunday. I sincerely hope that this important budget session will turn out to be highly productive in the spirit of the last 4 sessions. During the inter-session period, 8 department-related parliamentary standing committees of Rajya Sabha worked overtime and held a total of 55 sittings during the inter-session period. These committees met for a total duration of 110 hours and 0.4 minutes, which comes to an average duration of 2 hours and 7 minutes. This is an improvement over the previous average of 1 hour 54 minutes per each meeting. I hope the duration of the meetings would further rise given the efforts and the costs involved. The Committee on Commerce has reported substantial improvement, holding 10 meetings during the inter-session period for a total duration of 26 hours 18 minutes. The average duration of each meeting has increased to 2 hours 37 minutes against the average duration of only 1 hour 42 minutes earlier. The Committee on Transport, Tourism and Culture held the highest number of 11 meetings for a total period of 22 hours. I think the committee has visited even Jammu Kashmir also. The Committee on Education, Women, Child and Youth and Sports reported the highest average attendance of 53.45% in 7 meetings. I compliment the chairman and members of all these 8 committees and the secretariat for their spirited work during the intersession period on behalf of the parliament. 6 committees of Rajya Sabha during the intersession period spent 38 hours and 34 minutes discussing various aspects of the outbreak of pandemic, its consequences and management. This was in addition to the discussion on the pandemic-related issues by the committee during the July-August last year. I'm happy to inform the House that these committees of Rajya Sabha have examined the pandemic-related issues in bipartisan and constructive manner and not as a fault-finding as to provide guidance for such sudden challenges in future. These committees have also complimented the governments and the people, other stakeholders, and also pointed out the shortcomings in handling the pandemic challenge. I would like to share with you that I was very happy when I have gone through the reports of the standing committees and also the deliberations of the standing committees, how members have participated and made constructive suggestions and try to elicit as much information as possible. I compliment the chairman and members of all these standing committees for the good work they have done in discussing and preparing the reports of the same, all the chairman and members. I would also like to share with all of you another important development regarding the members of this August House speaking in their mother tongue. You may recall that since the assumption of office as chairman of this August House, I have been urging all of you to speak in native languages for which simultaneous interpretation service has been made available for all the 22 scheduled languages. I am happy to inform you, during the last 2 years, the use of regional languages, regional means native languages. I don't feel comfortable with the word regional languages. It has risen to 5 times. In addition, 4 languages, namely Dogri, Kashmiri, Konkani, and Santali, have been used for the first time in the House since its inception in 1952, and few other local languages were used after a gap of several years. I hope that the use of mother tongue in the proceedings of the House would further increase. The Honorable Home Minister is here in the House. I would suggest to the Honorable Home Minister to see that his ministry, Home Ministry is this thing about Official Language Act and all, try to promote as many languages as possible in the administration of the government, and also take initiative to see the judiciary, the local administration, also understand the spirit of this move and try to encourage the use of languages. And the Ministry of Home and whether as HRD, they can take further initiative to see that translation facilities are made available. I hope the government and also the members take this suggestion in right spirit and then move on. The change between the same time last year and now is perceptible. When the pandemic broke out last year, we hardly had the required testing facilities, quality masks and personal protection equipment required to handle the pandemic. A year later, our country, besides successfully containing the pandemic, has emerged as the hope of other countries as well as indigenously made vaccines and as the vaccine factory of the world. This is a remarkable transformation. The House places on its record its appreciation of the people and all other concerns of the same. I once again reiterate the importance of budget session and need to ensure smooth and effective functioning of the House and utilization of this 0 hour, question hour and all other provisions that are available. Members, I know what is happening, please. Because I know what is happening, I keep in mind what is required. I hope you will be cooperating. I'm sure about it. Now, we are going to come to that situation. Honorable members, on several occasions our country has challenged the down under rose as one nation to tide over. Our fight against the COVID pandemic is one such illustration. reflecting the spirit Team India's scripted history in the tough cricketing terrains of Australia by winning the 4-test series 2-1 and stunned the world last month. It has made possible by the never say die attitude of the young and inexperienced cricketers. The depleted team disapproved the forecast of certain loss of series by a wide margin by staging a remarkable recovery from down under the demonstrating in indomitable spirit. Please, lobby mein kaun baat kar rahe? And grit and determination. It's a clear evidence of the promise of young India holds for our nation. Bundled out the lowest ever test score of 36 runs in the second innings, at Adelaide, and losing by 8 wickets, the Team India came back, snatching a victory by the same margin in the second match at Melbourne on December 29th, ending the last year on a happy note. The stand-in captaincy of Ajinkya Rahane led by example with a gritty century knock. In the series deciding final test at Gabba, Brisbane, the spirited Indians scripted an epic win in a nail-biting finish, clinching the series. It was a great team effort with the youngsters in the forefront. The spirit of Gabba should inspire young Indians to rise to new heights and fulfill their aspirations with grit and determination. On behalf of the House and on behalf of myself, I place on record our deep appreciation to the captain and members of the team, and in particular the youngsters, and also the team management for their splendid performance in all forms of cricket in Australia during their recent visit and making our country proud with their performance. Members, I would like to remind you this seating arrangement, staggered seating arrangement. It has been made after extensive discussion between Speaker, myself, and also after holding discussion with Health Ministry, Home Ministry, and other concerned people, Parliamentary Affairs Ministry and all. And also, by and large, the information was shared with the leaders also. I have noticed the other day, some members, though their seats are not here, they were occupying the seats. Please try to avoid such situation. And we have already given that flexibility to parties. The total number of seats allotted to a particular party is known. If the leaders, they want to allow so-and-so member, they can allow him, provided if they follow it. Otherwise, it will be difficult for recognizing the member and also the coverage also. Each party has been allocated seats in these 3 places in proportion to their strength in Rajya Sabha. Concerned parties, groups have already been allotted seats to their members also. I am happy about that in different places. It is necessary that members occupy the seats allotted to them at the designated places. So that is one appeal to all of you. And then the members, you are aware, sittings of the House from 2nd February. Some members are worried about 0 hour, we will extend it also. Sittings of the House from 2nd February to 8th April 2021 will be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Rule 185 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in Rajya Sabha provides that admitting correction notices and they should be raised at 2 p.m. and no other time during the sitting of the Council. That is the rule. So in view of the change in the time of sittings of the House, it is not possible to take up the call attention at 2 p.m. Accordingly, call attention shall be raised in the House at such a time as may be decided. Similarly, Rule 180C1 provides the time for submitting notices per special mention shall be up to 5 p.m. on a day for raising the matter in the next day of sitting. Again, in view of the changed timing, it has been decided that the time for submitting notices of special mention shall be up to 12 noon on a day for raising the matter on the next day of the sitting. I hope the House accept these modifications and then move on. The 0 hour, one submission, 0 hour, keeping in view the time constraint is now half an hour. So I appeal to the members, instead of taking 3 minutes, please take 2 minutes so that more and more members will get an opportunity. That is this thing. And with regard to papers to be laid on the table, statements related to department-related standing committee on the list of business for the day in the name of other members. The Minister of Parliamentary Affairs may accordingly make available the Rajya Sabha or ensure the presence of either of the Minister of the State or the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs for laying such papers if he or she is preoccupied otherwise. Now, the discussion on the motion of thanks to the President's address was given 10 hours. This is the BSc meeting. General discussion on Union Budget for 2021, 10 hours. Consideration passing of the following bills. National Capital Territory of Delhi laws to replace an ordinance, 1 hour. Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill to replace an ordinance, 2 hours. National Commission for Air Quality Management in Capital Region and Adjoining Areas Bill 2021 to replace ordinance, 2 hours. The Arbitration and Consideration Amendment Bill 2021 to replace an ordinance, 2 hours. The committee also recommended the House may sit on Saturday, the 13th February 2021 instead of Monday, the 15th February 2021 to conclude the general discussion on the budget for 2021-22 and other business, and the sitting of the House scheduled on Monday 15th February may be cancelled. That was the general request by members, and accordingly it was accepted. Members, letters have been received from the following members for grant of leave of absence during the first part of the current 253 session of Rajya Sabha. Sri Revati Raman Singh, Dr. Narendra Jadhav, Sri Ripun Bora. Sri Revati Raman Singh and Dr. Narendra Jadhav have sought the leave of absence on medical ground, while Sri Ripun Bora has sought leave of absence for personal reasons. Do they have the permission of the House for remaining absent from 29th January onwards? Okay, the permission to remain absent is granted.